So if you haven't looked at TruckLogics.com websites, please do. It's a great website, great resource for you guys to learn about TruckLogics. Before getting too much into details, just scroll through, click on more info. We kind of went over all the main features, all the main components of the program, and just kind of put together an overview for you to be able to look at it and learn how the features work. Otherwise, you have made a great decision to join us this morning on Saturday. I know Saturday is a family time for a lot of us, so I really appreciate you guys coming in and joining us today. I hope that this will be informative for everyone and that you would enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get started. So again, welcome everybody. This is Elena. I'm with TruckLogics. I have Brian here on the line with me, helping me with chat questions, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, this is our TruckLogics website. It's a great resource for information about the program. Always be sure to check our social media. We're available on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, YouTube, and even Pinterest. We have an amazing blog. You can find it on our website just by going to this little icon right here, More, and go to Blog. And on the blog screen here, we have all sorts of great articles. And just yesterday, we have posted a new blog. My internet is not catching up with me today. We have posted a new blog about maintenance, and obviously you guys came here because you are in the trucking business, so you have a truck, and with any truck there is a maintenance, and we have put together this blog to help you understand how maintenance works in TruckLogics. So be sure to check it out after this training. And of course, if you just joined us, we now have podcasts. We have our first issue available on iTunes and Google, and you can also listen to it right here from the blog. If you have any questions about the program or any other things, you can reach us at 704-234-6946. This number is available from anywhere on the website, even if you are logged on to the site. You can chat with us Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can email us 24/7. If you need to learn more about TruckLogics, maybe you have a business partner or a superior that needs to learn more before you guys make a decision, you can request a demo right here in the top right corner, and me or Brian or Kay will be happy to walk you through the program one-on-one just for your company. So feel free to use this option as well. And then if you haven't joined TruckLogics, it's super easy to do. Just go to TruckLogics.com, click on the big orange button, Start Free Trial, and input your email address. Let's say I obviously already have an account, so I'm just showing you guys how easy it is to create an account here. So if you are actually a Express Truck Tax user, you can input your password and roll over your information from Express Truck Tax. Otherwise, just few quick fields and you can create an account. As you see, there is no option to put a credit card here. We don't want you to put a credit card. We want you to be confident that this is a truly free trial for you to take a look at the program, use it, and like it. As you see, we have 4 pricing options: $4.95 a month, $12.95 a month, $24.95 a month, and if you have a larger fleet, 15 trucks or more, just contact us with the custom pricing information. The difference in price is just due to the number of trucks. It's not that you have to pay more for more features. Nope, we just charge it completely just on the number of trucks. Otherwise, the features are absolutely same. If you choose under owner-operator, we have a promotion available right now to get 30 days free trial. You can use promo code THANKS in all capital, and you can create your account and get 30 days free. We have also partnered with a company called ProMiles. Some of you may be aware of it. It's a mileage calculation program. So with TruckLogics, you can now calculate your mileage, and it's available for you for free as well if you use the promo code. So this is what the inside of the program looks like. I'm actually at the dashboard. The dashboard is a snapshot of what is happening in your business today. Your pending dispatches, recent contacts, upcoming maintenance, and dispatch statuses. So this cute little pie chart tells you how many you have assigned, how many delivered, and so forth. But let's go ahead and take a look at the settings, how to set up your account. This account is 1 or 2 truck operation, as I mentioned to you guys earlier, but I figured I'll mention it again for the people that have just joined us. It's set up for 1 or 2 people operation, the package for $4.95. So let's go to settings. It's in top right corner. If the webinar panel is covering up your top right corner of the screen, you can actually click orange button and it will collapse your panel away from you. Okay, so this is the settings screen. In the settings, when you first start with TruckLogics, this screen actually comes up automatically, allowing you to input your business information. And what I would like to emphasize here is that you can input as much or as little information into TruckLogics as you like. And we ask just for bare basics, such as business name and the address. You can add your contact details just so we know how to contact you. And then you can list your business type, whether you're independent owner operator or you're leased with a company. Everything else is optional. The more information you put in, however, is going to be easier for you to input some data. Some things could be auto-filled for you, and then just accessibility of it, just for you to be able to log on and find driver information or client information in the address book. It's just a convenient thing to do. Then you can add your carrier details if you're leased with a company. And after that, you can start setting up your account. You can change your password. You can view your billing here, view the mobile connectivity. If you uploaded some of our apps and use them, they can be listed here and what devices you're logged on from. Dispatch, you can set up your dispatch information from here. I would like to show you miles option. As I mentioned to you earlier, we have partnered with ProMiles, and you can actually make ProMiles calculation a default. We allow you to use it for free. Just use the promo code, thanks. Or you can use Google Maps or manual calculation if you like. So I just went ahead and made ProMiles my default option. And one other thing is, obviously you have not been in business since yesterday, so you have some dispatch numbers, invoice numbers, and so forth. In TruckLogics, we allow you to input your dispatch number seed. What it is, let's say in your dispatches you're at number 5,000 or somewhere around that number. You can actually input it. So the next dispatch you create will be 5,401. So you don't have to start all the way from scratch. Oh, okay, it wants 10,000. So let's say we have 5,000. There we go. All right, so these are the settings. As you see here, you can adjust the information based on your specific business situation. You can set up your invoice, customize it, add your company logo if you like. You can add your special taxes and other charges that you may be adding to your clients. By default, we offer just the main things like storage, lumper, and things like that, but you can add your own settings to your invoice. And as I mentioned to you earlier, if you are a an Express Truck Tax user, which most of you guys I see are, you can roll over some of your information from Express Truck Tax information. And the way you would do it, you would just create an account, input your password from Express Truck Tax, and program will automatically take the data from Express Truck Tax. And your trucks will be available here. And then towards the tax season, we will also allow you to input your TruckLogics trucks into Express Truck Tax for easy 2290 filing if you're not a user of Express Truck Tax yet. Okay, so the settings are pretty self-explanatory. Basically, just look at your business information and add it as you prefer. Next, let me go ahead and show you the flow of the program. So dashboard, I mentioned to you, just a snapshot of your today's information. Then we'll go to dispatches. Some of you call it loads, some of you call it orders. Here, just for system purposes, we call it dispatches. To add the new dispatch, you can click New Dispatch with the little plus sign or a little blue icon, Add New, and choose Dispatch from here. This is your new dispatch. You can add a customer. Again, you can use address book option to input all of your customers at the beginning, or you can input them as you go. Just click Add New Customer and put your customer information there. Let me see what customers I have available. So let's say Span Enterprises is my customer. The address came up automatically, and again, if it's a new customer, I can add it here. Then you can add a shipper and a consignee. Let's say my shipper is same in this situation, but you can change it if you want. Pickup location. By default, it's Rock Hill, or you can add your own custom location. Pickup date, let's say it's today. And the time, let's make it 4 p.m. Set. Pickup instructions is an important field here. It's optional. You don't have to use it, but it's just nice to have. For example, if you have a client that does not like you to be there early and take up a space, it's good to know that no early arrivals allowed. Or maybe they're very specific about their arrival time and you have to be on time. If you're running late, you have to call and reschedule. And here you can add phone number for you to contact that person. Then you can add the consignee. So let's say San Diego, California, and drop-off location by default, but again, I can add it here if I like. Delivery dates, so let's say it'll take us a couple days to get there, so let's say Tuesday. And again, you can add your own delivery instructions, contact person, phone number, and if you have few stops along the way, you can add them here as well. Then you can add your freight details. For example, it's an oversized situation. You can add dimensions, number of units and things like that, type of load. And then you can add your hauling fees. Everything is on same screen, so you don't have to get distracted by any other information. Just keep scrolling and add information that belongs to this load, to this dispatch. So again, you can use a flat fee per mile, per ton, per hundredweight, or per bushel. So most common is per mile. Let's say for this situation, 2.5 per mile. You can add your fuel fees, accessorial fees. You can add your own if needed. Let's say storage or parking. Okay, and if I click on Pro Miles or Google Maps, it will actually recalculate mileage depending on the address I have put in for my destinations. So 2,399 miles, and it automatically calculates my rate per mile and the total here plus my $100 lumper. And now you're ready to assign this load to the driver. So let's say driver 2, truck. You can add a truck or add a driver, trailer. And that's it. You're done. You can go ahead and create a dispatch. One quick thing to show you. Let's say you want to know how exactly the route would play out. So just click a little arrow here. And here you go. It actually gives you the route with turn-by-turn directions. And you know exactly where you're going. After that, just click Create Dispatch. And you're all set. But you're not done here. You can actually do more things with it. So this is my dispatch I just created. Now you have an option called tracking. For example, you can mention that you're starting a trip, or maybe you're at pickup or en route at consignee, or maybe you're delivering. This just helps you knowing exactly where you are with the specific dispatch. Then invoice. Let's say you're in your own authority and you need to create an invoice to send it to your client. Here you can do just that. Enter the billing information. You can edit it if you like. Invoice date, terms, whether it's due on receipt or maybe it's due 30 days, 15 days, or custom. Enter any other charges that you may think of that need to go to this specific dispatch. Taxes, fees, and so forth, discounts, or maybe there's an advance, so the amount would be different. Notes for customer, notes for yourself, and then hit generate. What it does automatically, it creates invoice, but if you noticed, it's actually showing in a draft mode. Why is that? It's because it allows you to actually email or print the invoice and hand it to the customer and negotiate the price. So let's say they say, okay, this price is not going to work. Maybe they give you different perks, so the price would differ. You can edit it, update it, and then finalize it. So it's not set in stone. So let's say we'll go ahead and finalize it at this time. So now I just created an invoice, and if customer actually paid me, I can receive a payment right here. You can put a total payment or partial, check, cash, or electronic funds or credit cards, whether it is a final or still in draft, and then save it. Super easy, and all of this information actually automatically reports towards your totals towards the end of the year or quarter, and you can view it in our report section, which I'm going to show it to you later. And again, you can print the invoice, email it, or view the payment history for this client. Let's take a look at trip sheets. We all know the trip sheet. So in TruckLogics, you can use them manually, just input all the information, or just click the Pro Miles button. And the trip sheet will actually calculate automatically for you with all the jurisdictions listed as they should from the Pro Miles data. You can update your odometer reading if needed, or let's say you have to travel empty to the destination and you can add your empty miles right here on the right. If you need more rows, if you're manually editing it, you can add it here. So I'm just going to save it. Oh, I need to put in date. Trip expenses. What this screen is good for is, for example, we all have all sorts of expenses that come our way from all different places. But by using trip expense here, you are automatically attaching the expense to the trip, to this dispatch. So you know how much you spent on this trip, how much you earned in this trip. So you know the bottom line per mile, how much you made for this specific load. You can add a fuel expense or any other expense such as parking, showers, truck wash, or anything else. Pay, amount. Let's say you pay with a credit card. Parking. You can also split it. For example, if you are recording your trip to a big box store and you have purchased some truck cleaning supplies, maybe some clothes, some uniform and things like that. So you can actually split one payment. Let's say you spend $100 in the big box store. Some of it was for cleaning supplies, $20, and some of it was for the uniform. So you can split $20 towards office supplies, $80 towards uniform. Those are going to be different expense categories. So you can split it here if you like. Additional details, what truck the expense belongs to, dispatch, description, and my favorite part is you can actually upload a file into your TruckLogics information. So let's say you had a receipt here, upload it, and there you are. This receipt will always going to be available for you no matter what happens. It's not going to fade out. It's not going to get lost. It's not going to get tore up. And you can always pull it up and see exactly what the receipt information was. And if I'm on a computer right now, obviously, but if you're using a mobile device, right here, you will see an option to actually take a picture of the receipt and upload it that way. So if you're using a phone or a tablet, it will let you take a picture right there and upload it. And let's take a look at trip settlements. So obviously you pay yourself, but if you have a driver, you can pay the driver here. You can calculate how much the driver should be paid and what for what fees. You can pay your driver on percentage basis, pay per mile, or maybe there is a manual pay. So let's say my driver makes 15% for the load. Based on the mileage and my rate for the specific dispatch, the payment calculated at $889.50. And then you can add fuel surcharges. Again, they can be manual per mile or percentage. An accessorial fee, maybe he had to unload something or do some other things, reimbursements, maybe he had to stay in a hotel, deductions, and so forth. You can just save it. Again, you can print some of the information for a dispatch summary. You can email summary. And when all said and done, you can actually mark it as delivered. If for whatever reason the client calls and cancels, you can cancel it from here. As you see, if you go to our main menu for dispatches, all the information can be edited anytime. So let's see, these are all the dispatches that I have created so far. And you can see their status, charges, mileage, pickup dates, and you can sort and quickly search for your dispatch. And you can also filter search it here just by typing the name of the client or location or the client's name. You can edit your dispatches or delete them. As I mentioned to you earlier, you can cancel the dispatch. The difference between canceling and deleting is that if you cancel, you still have the information on file. If the client calls back, changes their mind, or for whatever reason, you need to have a record of it. If you just delete it, it's gone. There's no way to see it, so I recommend using the cancellation option in case if it was a change of mind from the client, and delete option if it was just a entry error of sorts. And all the information you enter is added towards your accounts. All your incomes, all your expenses can be viewed here, and they're all broken down by categories for your quick reference. We call them accounts here. And you can add as many accounts as you like to customize your data tracking. So just click add new account, whether it is income or expense account, and you can add it here. And also you can add income and expense from these options. And always add new button has your incomes and expenses available for quick reference. Address book. Address book is the place where you would input all of your contacts, your clients, your drivers, vendors, carriers, and so forth. The reason you would want to use this here is because it's not just your simple name, phone number option like you would do on your phone. You can actually, let's say for a customer, you can input their other information, contacts, EINs, emails, phones. You can add notes, pictures, preferences for your clients. So if you're looking through them, you can know exactly what type of situation you have with this client or specific vendor. Next one is the truck zone. As I was telling you about our blog about maintenance, feel free to check it out. It's a great blog. And this is what the blog is talking about, is our truck zone option. The most helpful feature about it is the maintenance, but you can also keep up with your equipment, just so you know your information for your trucks and trailers for quick reference. But let's go to maintenance screen here. So these are my maintenances, and I know exactly what the last date of service was, distance, next due date, next distance, and preferred vendor that maintenance would occur with. So if I had a maintenance done, I can add it here. So let's say it was a truck maintenance. I select what truck it was for, odometer reading, and what type of task it was. Obviously, we have added the most common types of maintenances, but you can add your own or edit already existing ones. Also, you can add recurring. So let's say it's every couple months, every certain number of miles, and you can track it by time. Let's say every 2 months, or by mileage. Let's say every 15,000 miles. I'm just making it up. So, and then the last maintenance, you can add it here, odometer reading, and the cost that occurred. So let's say it was $30. And where you did it. So it was Smith's Trucks Repair. You can add notes and save it. So next time, let's say 2 months down the road, the tire rotation will actually come up on your dashboard, and you can know exactly, okay, my truck maintenance is due, my tire rotation is due, I better go ahead and do it. And when you did it, you can actually click on complete task and input any details, how much it cost you, and where you did the maintenance, what vendor. All right, so this is maintenance, very customizable, very helpful for you to stay on top of your truck maintenance and keep your truck running well and safely. And after that, let's go to IFTA. Under IFTA tab, as you recall, I was showing you the trip sheets. Trip sheets are automatically calculated with Pro Miles. So as you save your trip sheets, they're automatically reported towards your IFTA. So at the end of the quarter, what you could do is to come here and just run the IFTA totals report. It's not the actual form. You can't just print it off and send it over to authorities. It's your totals, how many miles you drove in each state and what type of fuel you purchased there and so forth. We are actually adding integration with Express IFTA towards the end of this quarter filing. It will allow you to take your totals to Express IFTA and to actually generate IFTA forms for easy filing. Reports. What reports do? They give you quick access to your day-to-day data. Obviously, profit and loss is the most important report to me. You can actually see your bottom line, how much you're making, how much you're spending, kind of like your cash flow situation. So it runs by quarters. You can generate a report and see how much you made or spent. And one thing I forgot to mention to you was when you create a dispatch under trip settlements section here, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can actually see your net trip revenue. So you made $4,990.50 and your revenue per mile was 2.08. So you can see it either by the trips or by the quarters in the reports. And you can also run other types of reports such as truck report, unit license expiry, fuel tax summary, and customer in terms of revenue, so you know what customer brings you the best revenue. And again, as you're looking through the program, I want to emphasize this, that we are available for you Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can just call this number or you can email us or chat with us. We're always happy to help you. And if you need a one-on-one demonstration, feel free to call us or request it on the website. And we'll be happy to walk you through it, either one-on-one or maybe you and your business partner, and just to help you understand the program better and to succeed with it. So this is all I have today. I didn't want to get too much into details. I hope it gave you a better idea of how the program works, and I hope you have some questions to ask. So I'm going to actually go ahead and open up the floor for questions right now. So you can ask your question in the chat, type it in, and I will try to answer it in the air. Or you can actually raise your hand and I will see that you have a question and I will unmute you and we will then talk in the air. While you're typing, I will go over the contact information again. You can find a lot of information about TruckLogics on our TruckLogics.com website. All our pricing is available here. Again, we have 3 packages if you missed our conversation, just solely based on the number of trucks. We don't charge you more for more features. It's just if you have more trucks, you can pick a bigger package. Otherwise, 1 or 2 trucks operation, that's what we looked at right now. Features are same for the bigger packages as well. Choose your package. You can change it anytime. You're not in any kind of contract. And if you do start your free trial, I want to make sure that if you missed that, we don't ask for a credit card. And we let you use our program absolutely free right now. If you use promo code THANKS, it will let you use the program absolutely free. It's not any kind of dummy trial demo accounts that you click here, it asks you to pay, you click there, it asks you to upgrade. It works absolutely as if you're actually paying for it. We just want you to use it, try it, enjoy it, and subscribe afterwards. Again, if you have questions, we have a support team available. It's we're actually located in Old Town of Rock Hill. If you pass by, you can stop by and have some coffee with us. And we're always happy to see our clients. And if you have a minute, stop by and we can have a training session just for you. And then to stay connected with us while you guys are typing, feel free to join our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest if you like. We're also on LinkedIn. And watch our YouTube videos. Also, if you missed it, we now have a podcast. We call it Trucking Nation Podcast. And what we make podcasts about is trucking tips. Of course, the very first one is just kind of a fun podcast where we talk about program, why we designed it, and people behind the program. But the next one actually going to be a celebrity podcast that's coming very soon with Pete the Planner. He is actually author of 6 books. a great spokesperson, and he is talking about tips for small businesses, actual financial tips for small businesses, trucking businesses, and how to deal with fluctuating incomes. So tune into that podcast. It's coming very soon. It will be available on iTunes and your Google Podcasts apps. You can find all sorts of information on our social media, on our blog. And when you are logged on to the program, that's something that I actually forgot to tell you is no matter where you are, let's say you're on dashboard and you have a question, you can actually follow our little bookmark here. And it tells you your recent activities. And if you like to chat with us, you can request a chat. You can get help text or view a video. We have pretty much all sorts of videos to kind of help you out along the program, and this little bookmark is available from any screen in the program. Also, you can go to Help Center and get all sorts of information about the program as well, about dispatches, about orders, equipment, and so forth, and just learn it that way. Or call us and we'll be happy to walk you through that question you have. I would like to thank everybody for stopping by and spending your Saturday morning with us and learning a little bit about the program. I got some great notes from you guys and great suggestions that I will definitely take up with my development team and add. And also stay tuned for a couple of things, is the video for the new app for the drivers and also the IFTA video. I will send it to you guys. This session is also recorded. It will be available on YouTube within the next few days, and you can catch up. Otherwise, also the podcast. Stay tuned for the new podcast coming up with Pete the Planner for tips for small businesses and fluctuating income situations. It's an amazing podcast. He is a great spokesperson and just a great guy altogether. So stay tuned and be sure to download the podcast from us. I would like to thank you again for stopping by our training tutorial. I hope it was helpful to you and informative. I definitely learned some great feedback from you guys and really appreciate you coming in and looking forward to following up with you next week. I'll touch base with you, and if you have any questions, you can always call us at 704-234-6946, 704-234-6946. Again, this is Elena. I had Brian here helping me with chat, with the chat questions, and thank you again, guys, for stopping by and learning about TruckLogics. Please let us know if you have any other questions. You can call us or email us at support@trucklogics.com. Thank you again, and I will go ahead and mute myself for now. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend.